we got the audio check. That was entertaining in and of itself. Welcome to the Lowdown on Ridertown. We'll probably just do that every week from now on. That way, you guys make sure you can hear us all right. The podcasts sound good when we post them on YouTube. It all works out. You get a little in-show entertainment as well. It's the Lowdown on Ridertown. Chad Cooper here with you, 98.1 KHAK, 94.1 KRNA in the Union Station. Want to thank him, as always, for having us. Great food and drink specials during the show. The show itself runs from 5:30 to 6, but it's a community event. People come out about 5 o'clock and stay afterwards as well. So feel free to come out and join us every Tuesday night, and especially next Tuesday night. Go out and tell a friend. We got a big one next Tuesday. It's karaoke night. We're having a karaoke night next Tuesday. Now, I know many of you are probably thinking, and we usually do that the last show of the year. Well, we're switching it up. We're going to have numerous themed shows. I'm talking even above and beyond just the themes that we have each and every week. We're going to have a karaoke night, a game night. We might even re-up a karaoke night, maybe for the final one. Who knows? But we're going to have some fun with it. And so next week is karaoke night, 5:30 here, but make sure you tell a friend, come out. I'm sure we'll have a great crowd. We usually have great participation for the karaoke, and the players usually come up with some pretty good stuff to sing up here on stage too. We have 3 shows that we did before we had the break week last week. Just want to let you guys know that as of this afternoon, I posted an article on KHAK.com that has those 3 videos, those 3 shows posted up there. So if you want to kind of relive the last 3 shows, the first that we did, you can check those out at KHAK.com. I'm going to call this the Valentine's Eve show because it literally is Valentine's Eve, and I'm up here with this pink blazer, this light pink blazer. Coach, it sounds like maybe this is your favorite so far?
Yeah, it's top shelf.
Yeah, this one, we're theming these blazers. Yeah, we had the green one last time, the Rough Riders green. Now we're going with kind of a muted pink for the Valentine's Day vibe. A reminder that we've got an autographed jersey registration that we do each and every week. The box, I think, is still at the back. You can sign up. Even if you put your name in prior weeks, you can still sign up each and every week, raise those odds of winning that autographed jersey that we'll give away at the end of the Lowdown. So the final show will give that away. I've been remiss, I have to admit, that I haven't thanked Rick Booth's Photography. He's out here taking pictures each and every week for the Lowdown on Ridertown. He's also the one that takes the photos during the game. So all the great game action and the photos from the Lowdown are up there because of him. So I want to thank him for that. I want to thank all of you for coming out. And, as always, I want to thank the housing families for all of the information that I get on these players each and every week. That's true of this week as well. I'm joined up on stage by head coach Mark Carlson, but also Blake Patilla and Josh Boleen. And we'll start right off the bat with player bios. And Josh, I'll start with you. Give us an idea where you're from and how you got here with the Rough Riders.
So I'm from a town about an hour north of central Wisconsin called Wausau. Great little spot, about 60,000 people, and I was drafted by the Rough Riders this past draft, so that's how I got involved.
And Blake, where are you from, and how'd you get here to Cedar Rapids?
I'm from Howell, Michigan, small town. Coach gave me a call during preseason for a chance to come make the team.
Now, Coach, I wonder if always like we do, if you could give us a little info about these guys, why you decided to bring them on board, what they bring to the team.
Well, Josh had a chance to watch him play quite a bit last year with his Wisconsin midget team, and also saw him in some other events as well, and had a chance to see Blake in the Select 17 Festival in Buffalo, so it was good. I just had a chance to watch both of them play, and fortunately they wanted to come and play in the USA Challenge for the Rough Riders.
Now, guys, let's get an idea of your life kind of off the ice. Housing families, who do you live with? Tell us a little bit about what that's like. Josh, I'll start with you.
So I live with Brad and Jill Johnson. Probably about 15 minutes from the rink, maybe a little bit less than that. They're awesome, they're supportive when they need to be, and they give me my space when I need it. So, they've been great to me so far.
Blake, how about you? Who do you live with, and what's that been like?
I live with Danny and Tanya Moffett. It's great. We got like a kind of funny, relaxed kind of environment, so it's awesome.
Now, I heard that you used to live with 2 other teammates, right? You were in another house?
Yeah.
Any crazy stories out of that? Anything happened that really notable comes to mind?
Maybe a couple wrestling matches, that's about it.
A couple wrestling matches? Yeah. Anyone get hurt out of those, or all good?
No, all good.
All good?
Yeah.
Now, are you guys actually classmates? Do you go to the same high school right now?
We do. We go to Washington High School. We're in one English class together, so that's always a hoot, going to English class third hour, so that's fun.
So are you guys giving your teachers a hard time in that class, or it's all good?
No, yeah, it's pretty good. I think Blake and I like to pride ourselves on being pretty good students, so yeah, it's always a good environment in that class.
Blake, what do you think about when you come here to a new city, new town, and then you have to kind of adjust to high school too? At least you have a teammate that you can see in the halls and in the classroom every now and then.
Yeah, it's definitely a little different, but teammates make it a lot easier to see a familiar face.
Now, Blake, talking about housing families and stuff, I heard one of the notes that I got about you is that you have ingenious ideas when it comes to hide and seek, like ingenious places to hide. Can you tell us about what are we talking about? What spots? What's probably the best spot you've come up with to hide in?
Well, I'm smaller, so I can fit in a lot of small places.
What's the smallest place you've crammed into?
I fit behind the TV. I crawled through a little square. Didn't really think I could fit through it, but.
Have you ever been someplace so long that you just decided, like a couple of days have passed, maybe it's time for me to come out?
Not that long. Everybody quit, and I won, so as long as I win.
Is that probably like your claim to fame?
Yeah.
Like, outside of hockey?
Yeah, I gotta be.
Yeah. Did you know about this, Josh?
I didn't, but it doesn't surprise me, I think the guy's kind of crazy when it comes to that stuff, but he's a good guy.
Now, Josh, as long as we're on this, do you have any skills that maybe people don't know about? You were kind of freestyling up here earlier. Maybe is that something that
I wasn't, I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to like school and stuff, so English is all right for me. So when it comes to spitting a couple freestyles, I'm all right at it.
Coach, for one, do you know what the phrase "spitting a couple freestyles" means? And then two, did you know that Josh had these skills, these lyrical abilities?
Well, he's a pretty diverse guy. He's got a lot of nicknames. I was not aware of the skills he's talking about here tonight.
Josh, these nicknames, can you give us what are a couple of these nicknames?
A good one is Vanilla. So at the beginning of the year, I said I was kind of a vanilla guy, meaning that I'm a little bit plain, simple. I'm not like rainbow or like moose tracks or any of that. Pretty simple.
Okay.
So I said I was vanilla, and that kind of stuck with me for the whole year. Everyone calls me Vanilla, yeah, that's a good one.
Blake, is that your favorite that you know of?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite.
Yeah. What do you guys do? Do you have a nickname, Blake, that we don't know about, or that the guys call you?
They just usually call me Blake.
Okay.
Block it.
Yeah. All right. Well, it doesn't always need to be a nickname.
Yeah.
Just be straight up.
Yeah.
How about what you guys do off the ice? Hobbies, stuff that you do in your free time. Blake, I'll start with you on this one.
At home, I like to golf in the summer. Yeah, that's all I can do.
How about you, Josh?
Big into the outdoor stuff. I love hunting, fishing, and then, I try and play golf. Not very consistent. Every once in a while I shoot pretty well, but, I love that.
I think we heard from a couple of the guys a few weeks ago that they went on golf outings together. You guys ever go on those or go golfing together with the teammates, with the Rough Riders?
No, I haven't yet. I only went to the range a couple of times when I was here, but I think, this spring we're going to get out and try and hit a couple balls around, so should be a good time.
Now, as far as college commitments are concerned, if you guys want to let us in where you're going, where you plan to continue your hockey playing at, Josh, I'll start with you.
I'm going to be attending the University of Wisconsin, hopefully in a couple of years, so pretty looking forward to that.
And what went into that decision? I know you're from Wisconsin, so I'm sure that played a big role into it.
Yeah, definitely. That played a little bit of a role in it. But the resources they have there are great, and I think, I have a pretty good work ethic, so if I invest my time and, everything they give me, that I'll be pretty successful at the end of it.
Blake, how about you? College commitment, where you plan to play your college hockey?
At Michigan Tech, and it's up in UP. I got a lot of family up there, relatives, so it feels like home.
And what attracted you to the program up there, outside of the location?
Coaching staff, and the facilities were nice, so that's about it.
Now, Blake, you're a goalie, right?
Yeah.
Whenever we have a goalie on, I got to ask about the face mask art. Do you take pride in anything? Do you have like something that you're really, prideful in?
Not really. This is my first year getting a paint job, so I just kind of let the guy do whatever he wanted, and it turned out great.
What does it look like? Give us an idea.
It's got a couple of rider logos, got some trees, some guys on some horses.
If you could have anything on it, what would you? If you could make one addition?
Geez. I don't even know. A couple more logos.
Okay, there you go. Get some branding. Yeah. Josh, do you have something you want to add?
Yeah, probably there's a couple dents in his face mask for my rocket of a shot.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Have you had your shot, have you tracked it as far as the speed, speedometer?
Yeah, 106.
106. That's a strangely specific answer. You knew it right off the bat, Coach. Is that top on the team, Josh?
I'm just making that up. It's
okay. Could have fooled me. I fell for it, for sure. We have upcoming games this weekend for the Riders, actually 3 in a row. We have a Friday at home against Muskegon. We have a Saturday at home against Dubuque. Those are both Olympic blowout nights. And then Sunday on the road at Madison. So talking about the Olympics, you guys plan on watching any of the action, or have you already? Blake, I'll start with you.
I have not watched any yet, but yeah, I do like to watch the Olympics a lot, so I'll probably get into that when the hockey comes on.
Josh, how about you?
Yeah, I definitely love the hockey portion. Last night I watched Chloe Kim, I think her name is, like that half pipe. That's insane. She was like throwing like 1080s and like backflips. I wouldn't even get on that thing. That's frightening.
Have you obviously haven't snowboarded before? Not doing that?
I actually did it for a year and I wasn't that great at it, but yeah, it was. That's why I wouldn't go on the half pipe.
Did you take any injuries?
No, I didn't. I was pretty boring. I just went down the hill straight.
Okay. But not like standing up though? Or did you take a few falls?
Yeah, I definitely took a few falls. Like probably going down half the hill, like on my butt, just sliding down. But it was fun.
Blake, where are you at with the winter sports are concerned? Snowboarding, skiing, any of that stuff?
I used to ski a little bit, but just like, you ever heard of the pizza style, where you just go in a triangle down the hill?
Yeah.
That was me for a little bit.
Yeah, safety style? Yeah, that's cool. Coach, you ever taken up skiing, snowboarding, or just wondering what's going on with Josh over here?
Yeah, I'm just being entertained as always. I've never skied. Haven't done that yet.
Now, Coach, this is one of those weeks where I actually got a little insider information on you. We're talking about watching the Olympics, but there's another event. I heard that, once a year, you leave the rink early. And by early, I mean maybe 5 o'clock at night. So when most of us just leave our jobs. And you go and watch an event that I think that you've termed Christmas Day. This is a big event for you. Tell us a little bit about the bean pot, what goes into that, why you get so hyped up every year about that.
I like that, and I do that every year. It's the 4 schools that are in Boston there, Harvard and Boston College, Boston University, and Northeastern. And I was fortunate to work at Northeastern for 3 years before I came here to Cedar Rapids, so I was fortunate to coach in the event, and I think it's just a real special one. And so I especially like getting home and watching what they call it the semis. It's that first Monday, and watching those 2 games to see who's going to get in the final. And then, last night I was able to watch Northeastern and Boston University. It was great to see 3 of our former Rough Riders playing that game, or two played, and one didn't play last night, but he's played quite a bit this year. So it's good to see all 3 of those guys be a part of it.
And I heard that this is quite the bragging rights around the Boston area too, as far as who wins this, who takes it home, not just for the players, but for the alum of the schools too.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting event that way, an event where you can do have a lot of other accomplishments throughout the course of the season, but when you win that bean pot, a lot of the players at the 4 schools are from Boston. A lot of the kids that go there, even if they're from out of town, stay there throughout the summertime, and so they're there all summer and running into each other on Newberry Street or something like that, and or Fenway Park or down the Cape, what have you. And you've got those bragging rights if you win that bean pot. So good for Northeastern and good for our guys, and really happy for Adam Gaudette winning the MVP last night.
Yeah, I got to have a round of applause for that. MVP for former rider Adam Gaudette. It's big. Now, we're kind of getting into the speed round here with the players. I kind of gave them the heads up that we're going to do this coming in. Josh, I'll start with you. I think you kind of ran down some things already, but best thing to do up in northern Wisconsin, what do you really like to do?
Probably hunt or fish. Yeah, pretty simple. Love that stuff.
Now, Blake, I was doing a little Wikipedia and Google searching about Howell, Michigan, and it's known for hosting a lot of festivals. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Well, it said including Balloon Fest and the Melon Festival. I was going to ask if you had a favorite festival. Nothing comes to mind, though?
No, but the balloon one sounds pretty cool.
You never seen the balloons or anything?
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think they even said they have a melon car or something for the Melon Festival, like they drive it down Main Street or something?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe Wikipedia might have let me wrong. I don't know.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Now, as far as a house rule, Blake, I don't want to put you on blast here, but one of the first things I got was there was this house rule about no bodily sounds at the table.
Correct.
And that you're unfamiliar with the rule. the first time around, and then something happened inevitably. You want to tell us a little more about that? I don't want to let it all go.
Yeah, of course, Tiny makes delicious food, and Dan, so it was full, and let a little burp leak, and then I cleaned up dinner.
Okay, so there's a consequence for if it happens, right?
Yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah. Coach, did you know about this rule?
I'm learning as we go.
Yeah. So have you learned your lesson from that time, Blake? Like, you got to keep it under control?
Yep.
Yeah. Josh, do you ever come over for dinner and know about this, or maybe that's going to keep you away?
I haven't, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not opposed to coming over for dinner. Usually I don't do that kind of stuff, but, you know.
There you go. Blake, I also heard that as far as eating is concerned, you're a record eater, super quick.
Yeah, I like to get it out of the way and just shove it down.
Yeah, and I heard that the intent behind that is you want to get the chores done, get downstairs, video game time. Correct?
Well, usually the food's just very good, but then eating it fast is a plus.
Gotcha. Okay, and I also realize Coach is right. Besides, you maybe want to keep the video game thing on the down low.
No, that's all right.
Okay, okay. What's your favorite video game?
Definitely the new game, Fortnite.
No. Wow. Do we have to like battle over the video games?
No, my roommate Harry really doesn't play that often. He just like on a computer or something, but he's got into it now. We just play with the guys on the team.
Yeah. Josh, do you have a favorite video game?
I like Fortnite. I play that every once in a while, but I don't play video games too often.
Now, I think you told us about the vanilla nickname, Josh, but I heard you have another nickname.
I do have one at home. So there's kind of two parts to this. So the first part is I'm a terrible cook. It's either, I'm cooking things as hot as I can, as fast as I can, or I'm not cooking at all. So when I cook eggs, I typically burn them. So, that's the first part. Then the second part is me and my billet family got into this show called Sons of Anarchy, and it's about like motorcycle gangs, and they all have really cool nicknames. So we were kind of thinking of different nicknames. So my billet parents thought it'd be comical if they started calling me High Heat as my motorcycle nickname. So,
that's a good one.
I know, it's not bad.
You got some pretty good nicknames.
I do have.
There's more?
Yeah.
Josh, do you want to give these up, or are we gonna?
Well, my middle name is Donald, so sometimes they call me Donnie. That's always a good one. Sometimes they call me, from a TV show called, I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but it's called Trailer Park Boys. It's a little silly. They call me Randy sometimes, so I'm just all over the map.
Do you think, well, Coach, maybe this is a better question for you. Does Josh have the most nicknames relative to one person that you've ever had on the Rough Riders? Seems like he's racking up quite a few here.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, Randy, Donnie, what was the other one? Motorcycle person.
High Heat. Sometimes you call me Hans, too.
High Heat, Hans.
Yeah.
Vanilla. That's almost 6 right there.
Yeah.
We'll probably forget a couple.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Blake, did you have something you wanted to chime in with this?
No, they covered it.
Okay, got it. Is the Hans, is that like a Star Wars?
No, that's because I kind of have a goofy accent, because it's like half of my family's from the UP, so I kind of, like, instead of hands, I say Hans. Like, so. Got it.
Well, that makes sense.
Say that, it slips out, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Favorite, I already asked you guys about video games. How about favorite NHL player? We haven't asked that in a few weeks. Josh, I'll start on your end.
I really like to watch, his name's Nino Niederreiter. He plays for the Wild. He's a big power forward. He's got a wicked shot, so he's fun to watch.
How about favorite NHL team? I'll keep it with you, Josh. Being up in northern Wisconsin, who do you go with?
Yeah, probably I'm going to have to say the Wild, because my dad's from Minnesota, so, I always grew up watching those guys.
Blake, how about you? Favorite team, favorite player?
Favorite player, I'm going to have to go with Marc-Andre Fleury from Vegas. Great goalie, he moves quick. I like him. And then favorite team, the Red Wings from Michigan.
Now, what's the favorite thing for you guys to do together if you're hanging out, or whenever you're hanging out? Some hobby that you guys just connect over? Anything come to mind?
Some English homework?
Yeah, no kidding. A little bit of
English homework. Josh, are you like a tutor? You say you got some pretty good skills when it comes to English.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. I mean, I do decent in the class, but no, he's pretty smart, too. We do pretty good in English.
Yeah. Is that the class that you guys have together?
Yeah, that's the class we have together.
Now, as far as coming here to Cedar Rapids, what's the adjustment like when you have to be in a new high school, when you have to get used to guys, new teammates, or new friends, people to get used to? How's that been like when you juggle hockey and then juggle life off the ice? Blake, I'll ask you.
I think it's been great so far. A lot easier than I expected, moving away from home. Everybody's been great and helping out, so it's been great.
Josh, how about for you?
Yeah, I'll piggyback off that. It's, it teaches us time management and how to be successful, having, a bunch of different facets to your life. So, it's definitely a good thing.
Now, since it's Valentine's Day Eve, I got to theme a few of these questions. Dream date, Josh?
Oh, dream date, you're putting me on the spot. Margot Robbie?
Good one.
Yeah.
Blake, how about you?
Some model, I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Any model's good.
No,
Can't go wrong.
Emily Ratajkowski or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good calls. Coach, we already know your answer, of course, so we don't even need to ask you. We'll move on to favorite Valentine's candy. Anything you guys want to snack down on? It's kind of an excuse to eat candy, right? Blake?
I love chocolate, so either Kit Kat or Reese's.
How about you, Josh?
Those little hearts with the messages on them.
Oh, yeah.
Love those things. Yeah, I get a whole box of those.
Do you guys ever dabble with the actual, boxes of chocolates? The ones that sometimes the stuff can be real nasty, and then every now and then you might find a good one. You guys ever dabble in those?
That's like a minefield. That's why I don't really deal with it.
Yeah.
You bite into one of them, and it's like, I don't know what it is.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Blake, how about you?
I'm with Josh.
Yeah. Coach, I guess two questions. You got to have a favorite candy when it comes to Valentine's Day, and do you ever dabble with those boxes, the chocolate boxes?
I agree with these guys on the boxes, and I gotta go with Blake with the Reese's.
Yeah, it's a good call. Yeah. Now, we have karaoke night next week, so this is a good question, but also give you another reminder. Josh, I'll start with you. You have maybe a song or two in mind that you're kind of thinking about. You don't have to give it all away, but maybe just a few options that you're thinking about for next week?
Maybe a little bit of Bon Jovi. Maybe Living on a Prayer. That's a good song. Wow. A good karaoke song.
I think that's a good way to get coaches. You'll be out of the doghouse if you're ever in the doghouse with that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
Blake, how about you?
Not too sure, but I like country, so maybe slow it down a little bit.
Now, Josh, could we see any of the lyrical skills maybe next week? Like any rap, maybe throw a song in there? Just give us an idea.
I don't know, probably not. I'll probably freeze up with all the eyes on me, so not with that kind of stuff.
Okay. Coach, anything in mind for next week that you want to see these guys do, or maybe even in mind for yourself? Talking about karaoke.
I was gonna say I'm hoping for more like costumes this year, like guys like dressing up. Like,
that was good last year.
Hoping to see a few more costumes.
Yeah, there was like what was it, a couple last year? It was like a Hawaiian themed one. It was good. It's good.
Some good ones.
You guys have any outfits planned? Like maybe coordinate with the teammates?
I didn't know that was an option, but maybe we'll have to figure something out now.
Yeah, now you got it in your head. Blake, anything coming to mind?
Not yet, but probably go hit up Walmart or something.
Okay. So we have upcoming games this weekend. I usually leave the last word to Coach, but I'll ask you guys, we had some insider information as always. We had the speed round, talked about your housing life. Anything I left out that needs to be said? We talked about nicknames, hobbies, other sports. Blake, anything coming to mind?
Nope, I think you covered everything.
Josh, how about you?
No, I think we did a pretty good job.
Anything we need to know? Any burning questions I didn't ask?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered it.
How do you guys deal with, I asked this since you have 3 games in a row, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, how do you deal with that kind of schedule? That's kind of a pro-like schedule. Josh?
I think it's just all about, being mentally tough and being able to, get out there and just work hard and kind of put the pain aside and know that you're fighting for something bigger, you're fighting for a team, so that's kind of the mentality you got to take.
Blake, how about you when you have games, bing, 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 like that?
Just focus on one game, then regroup and get ready for the next one.
And Coach, as always, final thoughts on you when you go into a weekend, 3 games in a row.
I think these guys got it.
They're on it. Yeah.
We're ready.
I want to thank you guys once again for making the time. Coach, Blake, Josh, thanks for being on the Lowdown on Ridertown. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, group.
A reminder for you guys, we want to thank you once again for staying around both the players and the crowd 2 weeks ago for making Valentines for Vets. Those got delivered yesterday by KHAK. The on-air staff went down to the Veterans Hospital in Iowa City, and I know from the article post and from talking to a few of the guys, their veterans were really touched by it. So I want to appreciate and thank you guys for coming out and doing that a few weeks back. Just another example of how the riders get out in the community. So thanks again for coming out. And a reminder that we have a show, of course, next week, and it's a big one. It's karaoke night. So tell a friend, have that friend tell a friend. We're looking for a big crowd. It's always a lot of fun. The players, they'll come up with something good by the time the night gets here. And a final reminder that we have upcoming games for the riders, and 2 of them happen to be at home. Friday, home against Muskegon. Saturday, home against Dubuque. And then Sunday wrapping up on the road at Madison. The audio of this will be up this weekend. That's usually when I post them up, so look for it there. And we will see you all next week for karaoke night on the Lowdown on Ridertown. Thanks, everybody.